It's Monday on Your View. Welcome to the show. I am Murayo Afolabi Brown. As always, I have the ladies with me. How are you guys doing?
You're looking really beautiful.
Oh,
like, I love the
Excellent
look.
morning, everybody. I can see the screen.
Oh, you look great. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing amazing. So this weekend was a restful one. My son, for the past few weeks now, has a party every Saturday because all of his classmates are turning 10.
Yes.
So every week we just drop in and then we'll come back and sit at home and watch TV. So this time around I said, no, we have to retaliate. We'll drop you off at your party, then we go to the beach. I take the girls out and we're at the beach all day. We had fun. My daughter enjoyed the play with the sand. We had to properly bathe her before we got home.
That's beach wahala.
Yeah, it was fun. Then on Sunday, we went to our village church to see grandma and grandpa. It was a good time hanging out with family. I came back and got ready for work today. Here we are.
Nice, nice. How you doing? You went to Benin City?
Yes.
Yes.
How was your trip?
My trip was successful. I'm happy to announce that my company, Rep 360, has launched a new estate in Benin City.
Woo!
Yes. I saw the location when I went for Christmas, and I went to consummate the transaction on Tuesday, which is when we marked our first year.
Consummation.
It's a big deal for me. And it's going to be the first of its kind luxury smart estate in Benin City. It's not like we're already clearing ground. We're going to start fencing by next week. I want to make a statement. And I want people, I tell people, I say, I want people that live in Benin to want to leave their house to buy a house in my estate. That's what I see in my head. And I'm grateful to God for the journey so far. Like,
Congrats,
I'm grateful.
We're proud of you.
A year later.
Yeah, we're proud of you.
It's something that makes everybody proud.
Yeah.
We are connected to people who are doing great things. So
Yeah.
well done.
Thank you.
Hello, published author. You know, when we are talking about greatness.
Yes,
You don't remember.
different versions of
I'm
it.
fine, thank you. And I'm grateful to all my buyers and readers of Vultures to the Rescue. Thank you so much. I was just listening to you talking about how you spent your weekend. And for me, nearly every weekend this year so far has been spent writing one exam or the other with my son. But last Saturday, we wrote our very last one.
Finally.
Yes, we are like,
boy.
it's done. Because we've picked the two that we want. So he's just been writing these ones just for writing's sake. And I have to say that he surprised us. He passed every one of his exams that he's written. He even got a scholarship with one. So we're just so grateful. We're so proud of him. Yeah.
Well done.
Nice, nice. I had a heart-to-heart talk with my daughter. You know, I had to say, let's have a conversation. Let's talk. So what do you think about mom? Review me. It's like, Jonas, are you always busy? You don't come around. We don't see you. You resigned because of it, but unfortunately you got yourself busy again. I mean, this girl, she reeled it out. Elizabeth, like, you resigned work because of it, but they don't have time. Yeah. Like, but when I grow up, I like to be like you, a multitasker, always doing something.
Okay, so
How did you take the feedback?
It's a good thing.
It's a good
That's
thing.
why I couldn't go to the party on Sunday, because those words kept piercing me. I had a party on Sunday. I really wanted to go to that party, but I kept thinking, her words kept piercing to my soul. Like, you know, Mara, just go home.
Like, I need time for this.
Go home and we cooked together and we made bitter leaf soup. Oh,
Oh, God.
fantastic.
We need to taste.
Cooked. No. I had to tell my friend about it. She said, Mara, please send my own plastic. It was really, really nice, really. So, listen, sometimes you have that one-on-one with your children just to get feedback. Because you think you're just going like a machine, forgetting that, listen, they are doing all this thing for them.
They're human beings, too.
Yeah, they need your attention. So it was a really nice, revealing weekend for me. Okay, it's Monday. So much happening. Let's go to a quick break. When we come back, we go through the front pages of the papers. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. So before we go right into our papers, I want to remind Nigerians about our boat cruise coming up February 12th. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
This Saturday.
This Saturday. We can't wait to have Nigerians hang out with the ladies of Your View. February 12th is going to be a fantastic love boat cruise. We'll send you the details, the phone numbers to reach so that you can book your tickets for the couples. We'll really love to hang out with you February 12th, this Saturday. Now, let's start with the nation. ASU begins mobilization for another strike in varsities. Picture here, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu arrives back from a trip abroad. I will never betray your trust if re-elected, says Governor Oyetola. On his defection to Abgas unsettles PDP, MTN's new shareholders get 5.7 billion naira dividends. No territory under terror group, FG insists. General Minima's passport seized over probe into 3.8 billion naira fraud. And Atiku abandoned Benue in trying times, says Autumn. All right, lots of stories. Which story are we starting with?
I start with the federal government barring the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Kenneth Minima, from leaving the country in view of his alleged complicity in the 13.8 billion defense equipment procurement fraud. So according to the Nigerian Immigration Service, they said they were responding to his suit. So he filed a suit against them before the Federal High Court in Abuja, saying that they have prevented him from traveling abroad, and they also confiscated his passports. He also accused them of threatening, intimidating, and unlawfully harassing him while he attempted to travel abroad. So in their response, they said that they had given the EFCC had given his name under their watch list from time to time because of the investigations that has been going on. And there was a time they removed the name from the list. At the time, I think he was allowed to travel, but now they put his name back on that list. And so because they need to follow the laws, it's quite constitutional for anyone whose name is on the list not to be allowed to travel. They have decided to seize this passport. So it's been back and forth. I hope that he calms down and allows this investigation clear his name first before he attempts to travel. Yeah.
Yes. So the Financial Times, there was an article in it written by David Pilling. And it says the title of the article was, it says, "What is Nigeria's Government For?" by David Pilling, Financial Times, 31st January 2022. And it basically just criticized the government and said that the government was sleepwalking. You know, its way to, it says that, he highlighted the rising banditry in Nigeria. He said that the president and the current administration has been in charge of the president over 2 economic slums that the country has gone through. The banditry and kidnapping and insecurity in Nigeria that Nigeria is facing is a sad situation, because being a former military head of state, this was something that they thought he would come and he'll be able to handle. You know, they just mentioned so many things, really criticizing the government and showed as if the government was doing nothing, arms folded, while Nigeria was just, going into, falling apart.
Right.
But the presidency has responded and said that this particular person does not even live in Nigeria, comes once in a while, jets in and jets out for a few
So he doesn't know
months,
the
so he
true
doesn't
story.
really understand what's happening. Concerning the insecurity that he highlighted, this present administration has some gains that he refused to put down. And that some of these things that people, the president was just trying to say that, we have our gains. There are things that we have done that are right, and that some of the people who criticize us do not even live here, do not know what we're going through, and just write
I agree with that
us.
review, because I had an opportunity to meet him with David Pilling, and the reports he wrote concerning something I was working was very clear that he was in a vendetta agenda to just discredit the government in the entirety. That's my own personal view.
Oh, really?
I met him, and he was totally off based on the conversation we had with him. But I was going to take the major headline, ASU, because ASU is saying they're going to have another meeting February 14th to discuss with their partners to see what the industrial action next steps would be. According to them, they've agreed last year, May, where they agreed with the federal government's party, who they agreed to a certain figure for the for salary. And if you recall, there were 5 points they wanted the change negotiation to be on, 3 of which is revitalization. That's the funding revitalization, the autonomy of the schools, and their welfare. So they're saying that they asked the party last year that, are you authorized, has your principal authorized you to make these negotiations? And they kept saying, yes, they're authorized, but they still need to go back to review. And their worry is that every single time they need to strike to get a meeting, you strike to get implementation, strike to get a response, strike to get attention.
before they review.
Every single thing you need to strike. So right now we've agreed, but there's no implementation. Nothing has been done. So after the agreement, everybody went back and has been silent.
And
so
now they are waiting
that's
for
their-
strike
so
before they will now
So they're
implement.
about to plan on that strike, and they're saying that it doesn't have to keep going through this way. If you make an agreement, stand by the agreement and then implement it.
It's really sad, but on a political diversion, a bit of shaking in the PDP of Ekiti State as the ex-governor Segun Oni has moved from, he has resigned from being a PDP member because he couldn't get the governorship ticket, because his plan was to get the governorship ticket. The governorship ticket has gone to someone else. According to the paper, they said this person is Ayo Fayoshe's anointed candidate, who is Otuba Bisi Kolawole. So he's left. He didn't say which party he's going to, but people are saying he might be going to APGA. The spokesperson for PDP within the Ekiti State has said that they have no reason to worry that there'll be mass defection. PDP still is on ground, and that APC, within all of this discussion, let the people of Ekiti open their eyes, get their voters' card, and make an informed decision for who they want to lead them.
All right, The Punch. NIMC portal breaks down banks, telcos, passport issuers suffer. Housewife 30 years old stabs 18-year-old husband's nephew to death over broken mirror in Ogun State. Dismissed DPO fleeing kingpin arrested NDLEA seizing 22,160 kg codeine in Lagos airport. Oil platform explosion, 7 missing, 1 dies, 3 alive, says firm. And federal government school feeding suffers setback, pupils wait in vain for vendors. Okay?
Yes, so I think the federal school feeding program is collapsing. This report had they went to various schools in different states, Benue, Cross River, Akwa Ibom, Ogun, Enugu, Bauchi, and Kano states. Just, randomly asking schools, students, some proprietors, and some food vendors what the state of the feeding program was so far. And the story is sad, all round. In Benue State, in one of the schools, they said that they were only fed 3 times in 2021, and they did not see the vendors. The school feeding program just stopped. And in 2022, they haven't seen anyone yet. In places like Cross River, they said that the budget was further slashed into 2. Some of the vendors, some schools say, like in Kano, they said, yes, the school feeding program continues, but most times they don't bring enough food for the students. So some students will get, others won't get. And when you ask the vendors, they'll be like, well, it's what they will, we can only provide based on the amount that we were given. Some vendors say they haven't been paid for months. Some schools say that is impossible because they are sure that vendors are paid monthly, but some vendors are saying they haven't been paid in months. Some of them said they were paid a little over 100,000 for a month, and they're given the inflation rate that there's no how you can feed the number of students in a school. So it just shows that, one of them said that there's no proper monitoring of this school feeding program, and that's why you have all these discrepancies up and down. This is really sad.
It is. Okay, I was going to take the major headline, NIMC, because remember, we have the National Identity Number was supposed to help synchronize getting your SIM, and all the organizations like banks and telcos all use this NIN number. So unfortunately, the portal went down for the past 5 days, and many people couldn't get SIM cards or work with or get their identification verified, so they couldn't get their SIMs. And this happened, and before this time, before NIMC made it compulsory, you can just register a customer, which will verify the NIN just normally. But now you have to go through the portal. And the portal came down, and now it has caused many people to be stranded. But yet to get a report exactly how long it will take. All the major telcos are complaining really bitterly that for the past 5 days they've not been able to get any verification.
So my worry is when things fall apart like this, like the case of the food and the case of the NIMs, who's responsible? Who is going to get
to check?
Who's going to check? Who's doing the check and balance? And who is going to get punished when things that should run don't run properly?
But if it's data, it has to do with technology. Are you going to punish technology?
No, there's
there are people in charge of technology.
But even the technology can fail the people in charge of it. So
they're not doing their job.
The management of Shiba Exploration and Production Company Limited stated that 3 of his crew members who got missing after an explosion rocked the FPSO Trinity Spirit at the Ubokiti Terminal, Delta State, in the early hours of Wednesday, have been found alive. They said they found 1 person dead in the premises, and 7 are still missing. So they are still, I think we took that story last week when that explosion happened. And they are still, the 3 people that they found alive, they've taken to the hospitals. They are making sure that they are properly treated and taken care of. And they are still launching a search for the remaining 7 missing people.
Okay, let's go on a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue with the review. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
I am always thinking about your well-being, so when I learned that 7 out of 10 children in Nigeria are iron deficient.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey, as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communications story.
Thanks for staying with us. So you're going to take the other manager story?
I saw this headline saying white American prostitute jailed 12 months for 57.8 million naira fraud in Kwara. On reading the story, I found out that it wasn't a white American that was jailed. Rather, a 20-year-old man, Fawaz Oyewole, was jailed. The EFCC found out that he was impersonating, like
a white
American professional prostitute. That he impersonated that he was practicing in the US, and the sum of money that passed through his account was 57.8 billion that was illegally obtained. And so the EFCC prosecuted the case. He was found guilty. They found proof through his iPhone, his laptop. All of that has been confiscated, and now he's been sentenced to 12 months in jail for fraud.
Let me just take one more human interest story in the Punch. A 30-year-old housewife, Cynthia Olukiowu, in Ogun State, has been arrested for allegedly stabbing her 18-year-old nephew. Actually, her nephew-in-law, her husband's nephew. They said that this boy had mistakenly broken a mirror that was being used in the house. And she got upset for whatever reason and took a knife and stabbed him in the neck. The police received a call and came to the scene of the incident, where unfortunately the boy had died. She was arrested. like what could have happened. A
There's
mirror,
more, there's more to it. I mean,
it has to be something that's wrong with her.
Let's move on quickly to Vanguard. Presidency, PDP, APC playing games with zoning, says source. Or Tom to article, Benue people not happy with you. We never agreed on usage of hijab in our schools, says Kwara Khan. Presidency rejects Financial Times reports on Buhari's performance. Electricity, Nigeria's generation drops 13.8% to 3,800 megawatts. 5G, MTN pays license fee before deadline. Female genital mutilation, Nigeria ranks 3rd highest globally, says UNICEF. 40 suspected Yahoo boys in white garments invade Abuja estate at 2:30 a.m. And Osun 2022, Aregbesol's loyalists vow to work against Oyetola. Okay,
so
story?
We have a power crisis, obviously. And it's so sad when we keep reading these things over and over again. 1 week, the power goes up, another week it drops. So this is a power drop to 3,835 megawatts. This is due to the fact that the Egbin power station, which is our highest power station, caught fire. A part of it caught fire, and so it was shut down. It dropped the power supply. Many other power stations showed increase in their power generation, but Egbin, that usually should give us 1,300 megawatts, was shut down. Now, the president's... Egbin. Is it Egbin? Egbin or Egbin?
Like an English name. Okay, go ahead.
Egbin. The president of Nigeria Consumer Protection Network, Kule Kola Olubuyi, says that every time a power project shuts down, it impacts the cost of doing business because many businesses within the area would have to find alternatives of supply, and it would reduce people bringing their own business to any community when they know that power isn't consistent within that community. I think this is a major issue.
40 suspected Yahoo boys attempted to breach the estate security of MAB Global Estate in Abuja in the early hours of Saturday. They were denied entry. So what happened was about 30 of them, they were all dressed in white garments. They attempted to gain entrance into this estate at 11:45, but they were prevented by the security men because they were asking them questions. Where are you going to? Where's the number of the person you're going to visit? They couldn't really provide an answer, and so they didn't let them in. So they went away and came back with additional people all wearing white garments, and they were forcing their way through the gates that they wanted to enter. Finally, the estate's gates manager had to deploy about 50 men to come and help him drive those people. So the place they called that they wanted to go was a residence of the Embassy of Democratic Arab Republic located within the estate. That was the location that they gave, that they had a party there. But the security people were saying that this is not a residential, it's an office, so to speak, so you can't have a party in this place. They tried to reach the FCT police command, no response till today.
How did they confirm that they were Yahoo boys?
They said they were dressed in that suspected Yahoo boys dressed, and they had these leather bags that could have been arms inside.
Let me take UNICEF. UNICEF is giving us some really important data, saying that estimated 19.9 million survivors for female genital mutilation in Nigeria makes Nigeria rank the 3rd highest number of women with and girls who have undergone the FGM globally. And this data is quite very, very painful to see. It says that we actually increased from 16.9% in 2013 to 90.2% in 2018. Part of the statement also said that FGM remains widespread in Nigeria with an estimate of 90.9. And more data, let me give to you, is that 25% in 20, okay, I think I said that already. There's another one that got to me. Yes, this one. It says that 86% of females were cut before the age of 5, while 8% were cut between the ages of 5 and 14. And this is really, really an important data that a lot of young girls are being cut before they even reach puberty.
Oh, gosh.
And this is some data that Nigeria must focus on because Nigeria being the 3rd highest.
The sad part is
so we have survived. So what they've counted those who have survived to show that we actually undergone it. So the girls really, really, really painful data. Any other story in Vanguard? Let's move on.
Yes, I want to quickly take the story of Atiku and the governor.
Interested in political stories today. So. Okay, go ahead.
You know, in this season, I have to do my job and inform my people. So the governor was speaking, had the vice president's visit, and when the vice president visited, he mentioned to the vice president, you know, like, this is face-to-face conversation. You did not support our people. When the crisis happened, this is the governor of Benue State, Governor Samuel Otom, said that when the issues happened with the thief people, who gave the former vice president the highest title ever in that community, they gave the chief secretary title to the former Zegemu of thief. That's the highest thief title to the vice president. They felt that he's supposed to protect them when issues happen, and that when they were attacked, that the vice president did not say anything or provide any form of security for the people of Tiv, and that they are unhappy with the vice president, and that he mentioned, which I wanted to highlight, that the Benue anti-grazing law has nothing to do with any ethnicity. It's not against the Fulani people or any other ethnic group. You just want everybody to understand the challenge that Benue people are facing. They are able to go to their farms, and they need to protect them from to be able to continue doing their business.
Let me quickly take the point. Outgoing governors in do-or-die battles for succession. Mother-daughter in trouble for spending 0.9 million mistakenly credited to their account. Sanusi pays birthday visit to Showunmi, the point director in Abeokuta. And 2023 PDP in hide-and-seek zoning game. You took that story?
Yes, I took the story of the old woman, yes, Sarah Ojo, and her 24-year-old daughter, Oluwabukumi Dorcas, landed in trouble for allegedly spending 929,000 naira that was mistakenly credited to their accounts by one Linda Faith Ekele, who said she mistakenly transferred the money into the account. So efforts to retrieve the money proved abortive. They tried to reach the woman, the bank accounts. They tried to reach the woman. They were not responding to the police. So till they picked them up and they filed the case in court. She explained that when she got the money, she sent 100,000 naira to her mother, and then she didn't tell us how. Yes, you know, that sort of miracle. So they are in court already, and I hope they just find a way to make them pay the money, even if it's installmentally.
All right, Nigerian Tribune. Lassa fever, 40 died, 4 health workers infected in January. 2023 presidency plot against Atiku thickens. Trust fund, 3 years after approval, AFG fails to release the 53 billion naira for, I think it's 5 billion actually, for vehicle financing scheme, because I read that story. Vehicle importers lament payment of storage charges over the V-Reg collapse. NDLEA seizes 22,160 kg codeine meth loud at the Lagos Seaport Mushin. I use wise men yet to meet over Osun PDP crisis. And drop students' loan bill as hotels reps. Okay, Mariam, which story?
NDLEA, of course. So NDLEA has been very busy. They say over 22,000 kilograms of codeine syrup, methamphetamine, and skunk have been seized at the Apapa Seaport. And then also, they did a raid on a drug den in the Mushin area, where they found so many of these illegal drugs: cannabis, loud, skunks, coochies, the name safe, methamphetamine, as well as 17 suspects that were arrested. Amongst these 17, 5 of them were women. And then meanwhile, a female drug kingpin, Jamila Seriki, was also arrested. Guess where? Eco Atlantic Beach, Victoria Island. And she was the owner of 12,385 pellets of loud imported from Ghana. So obviously there are stories of a 64-year-old DPO of Idonre Police Station who was dismissed from service for drug offenses, Monday Chika, and now rearrested with his accomplice Emmanuel Eniola with 280 blocks of compressed cannabis.
Wow.
So this is just everybody.
Everybody is just involved.
Please let me take the story of the Vanguard, the schoolboy. So 121 Bethel Baptist High School students were kidnapped July 2021. Many of them, the ransom was paid, they were released, but one of the students refused to come back. And even though the CAN representative that took the ransom to bail out the boy got to the place, they kidnapped the boy, and the boy said he's enjoying his life there. That the kidnappers, when they go out, they shower him with gifts, make him very comfortable, that he doesn't want to come back. I know that there's this Stockholm syndrome stuff that they say might happen, and I think that it's important that the interest of the child, even is a minor, so it's not what he wants. but the interest of the government supersedes that. If the ransom has been paid, the kidnapper should be compelled to release. How do you compel?
Whether he
people?
wants to,
How do you compel a criminal?
Whether he wants to.
We have to wrap up. Is there anything you want to
Yes. So the Nigeria Center for Disease Control registered 40 Lassa fever-related deaths in January, adding that 4 health workers were also infected following the latest outbreak. So they've just given us data on everything that's happening. Said 40 deaths, 981 cases reported in January. We're across 43 local government areas among 14 states. And they said that cumulatively from week 1 to week 2 in 2022, we've had 49 deaths so far, which is about 19.0%. And they mentioned most of the states, almost like every state here, Edo, Ondo, Bauchi, Benue, Oyo, Taraba, Ebonyi, Kogi, Kaduna, Katsina, Ebonyi, Plateau, and all those things. So they are saying that they are currently distributing medical response commodities to states and treatment centers. We just need to be very careful.
Oh, okay, we have to wrap up. There were 2 stories that really caught my attention, but unfortunately we ran out of time. Very important stories, but I guess we'll have another opportunity some other time. Let's go on the break. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
You know, everything in life has a recipe.
Really?
Yes, dear. Like the
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bali, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC Communications story.
kádàrá aláwọ̀ àkàkàdù. àwọn kan wà tí wọ́n bá kú tọ́jọ́ kú wọn ò tí ì pé wọ́n á papòdà síbòmíì.
Is that how you gonna say it?
ọkọ̀ tí wàá sọ yìí.
Ó ṣe wá kọ̀wé ránṣẹ́ yìí pé òun fẹ́ rí mi kájọ fojúkojú yìí kò yé èmi o.
bó ṣe pé ẹ̀rí ẹ̀mí lẹ́kùnmọ́ àyà mi ti sọ kí.
Torí kí ni?
àkọ́yẹ́ kọ́ mọ pé jẹ́rẹ̀ ẹ̀mí lẹ́kùnmọ́ yọmọ mú yẹn rí flashback jọ́ ìkí ọmọ tó mọ ẹgbọ́n mọ́.
Are we doing in progress? Makeup?
Check.
Are the scripts on the prompter? Script?
Check.
Are we set in the VCR? All team in place? VCR.
Check. Clock is ticking, time is racing, lights up. Plans all set. 120 minutes of hot entertainment. We are ready for the mission.
Come closer. A little bit more. Perfect. I have exciting news for you. You asked for it and you got it. Your favorite breakfast show, Your View, will be going to 2 hours. We're going to have in-depth analysis of the newspaper review and more conversations on the hot topics. The ladies of Your View and I will be stirring up our guests to get an in-depth into all the various topics, and you, our viewers, will have the opportunity to call in and share your views. After all, it's your view. Join us on Your View, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for a fantastic conversation. Don't miss it. Come closer. One news got to us. A 24-year-old student of Moshood Abiola Polytechnic Abeokuta, Ogun State, was allegedly arrested, put behind bars by the police for going to the pharmacy to buy pregnancy test kits and contraceptive. The police PRO DSP Abimbola Oyeyemi said the police were just doing their duty by questioning her on whether she had a doctor's prescription. This morning, we are very interested in speaking to Frank Omba. He is the spokesperson for the Nigerian police, because we know he and many people up there are trying really hard to change and retrain our police the way they do things. But in this kind of situation, we need to understand what is the modus operandi in this. How do you address these kind of police officers? Because we Nigerians are asking the basic questions. Did they have a right to stop her or even search her bag? What are your thoughts on this? I'd like to hear from Nigerians, because many of us have gone through this before, where the police stops you and they are taking advantage of you one way or the other, asking to search your things. I was even told recently that the police said they're not even allowed to take your phones.
Yeah,
they're not allowed,
over and over,
they're
but
not
they
allowed
still do it.
to actually take your phone. So
they still do it.
Where do we draw the line from their professional police duties to infringing on our own rights? So that's the conversation today. Please call us on 081-270-53687, 091-390-7694. You can also tweet us at YouTube and hashtag TVC. As I said, we would really like to speak to Frank Omba, but we didn't tell him ahead of time, so I might not be able to call him now. But we just need to lament and let him know that this is completely unacceptable.
And we are not happy about it. So reading the story, I was asking myself, first of all, the girl went to the police station to look for somebody, maybe to visit someone there. And then the policeman saw her and decided to check what was in her nylon bag. She opened and he saw a contraceptive. And I think this pregnancy test kit. I'm like, how can you, why are you having this? How can you be having sex at this age? Who are you? Say, I'm a student. How can you? Are you not supposed? Said they were quizzing her. They told her to go behind the counter. She was thrown in jail, and they were quizzing her, asking her, why can't she wait to get married before she starts having sex? And she kept saying, I am 24 years old. They said, it doesn't matter. Why don't you wait?
Exactly.
No, when I was reading it, I was just like, I could picture how it was happening, because I've been harassed by the police before at the age of 16 for a fowl died in the compound and somebody decided to get a police to come and arrest me at 16. And I knew what they did to me when I went to the police station. So I know their mentality. And this girl kept explaining, I'm an adult, I'm a student. This is just what I have. The police did not hear. So what happened was her sister now tweeted. It was the tweet that, you know, that my sister has been arrested for having so and so and so, that went viral, that made them finally release her. So my question is, what sort of training do these police people have? Why are you concerned about somebody's ability to use contraceptives? Did you not hear your president saying that majority of the youth, we need to start checking our fertility? So you would have preferred her to get pregnant. And why are you asking an adult why she's having sex, why she's not waiting for? So my point is, where are all the civil societies that need to fight for this? Because when they asked the girl, she said she doesn't want to push this matter. She just wants her peace. She wants to go home. But we can't just let this be. Those civil society people should pick up this case and fight. And we want to see those policemen that harass this poor girl. They need to be punished for it. That's not their job.
All right, so
yeah, for me, I was like, even if it wasn't so annoying, it would have been really funny. I mean, clearly, this is about the fact that our police force is not up to date, not trained, not exposed, not very well educated. Because if they were, they would understand that it was her right as an adult to buy contraceptives for herself. It's her right to get a pregnancy test kit. It is not criminal. You don't arrest someone for that. If they had even just maybe searched her, you know, they could have gotten away with searching her because she came to the police station. Oh, we saw her with a bag that was suspicious, and we searched her, and then we asked her questions. But they further put her in the cell, like, how do you do that and get away with it? And what did you expect would have happened if there was no tweeting and no one had heard? What could have happened to that girl?
Poor girl?
We've heard some really crazy stories of how young, vulnerable girls found on the streets are locked up and all sorts of things happen to them in the cells. What could have happened to that girl for doing just what she was meant to do? We remember we read in the papers some weeks ago when they had written the exams and they said many of them failed and that the caliber of people who applied to join the police force were not very well educated. And so this is what happens when you take those caliber of people and then make them police officers. And these are the people that are supposed to help enforce the law. If they don't understand it, how will they enforce it properly? So for me, it's not just the punishment. Put them through school, put them through an education or something, a month or 3 months where to go and learn about it. Make it a part of a curriculum for the police training so that they understand. They need to understand because a part of them, Nigerians will come and say to you that, the little, is she married? Where she, you know, to give them some form of justification for what they did. That is a whole different matter. It's not a criminal offense.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now,
let me quickly.
The DSP, I would like to, the DSP, Abimbola Oyeyemi, said that they're only checking to see if she had prescription. And I'm thinking to myself, really?
Who gets prescription?
Well, you know that response is a cover-up response. So let's deal with the real issue. It's a societal issue that sort of preys on the weak. You know, so there was a video. This we didn't even have a video evidence of how the girl must have felt. There's a video done by police of them going to arrest a Yahoo boy, and they found the girlfriend there, and they were quizzing the girl in Ibadan, and they were asking her, so you are sleeping with this boy? You sleep with this boy? Do you sleep this way or you sleep that way? So how did you leave the school? A police officer was asking a girl with a camera that, so you did not see a poor person to date. You are dating this old man because you want money. What does that have to do
with the job?
With the job you are there to do. The girl wasn't a criminal. There was no evidence tying the girl to the case. So you interrogated the girl, recorded her face.
Meanwhile,
and then it went viral. And the criminal did not see the face of the criminal. Painting a girl a prostitute because she was in a relationship with someone who is. So that's the issue, an adult. So that for me is the real issue. No Not in the history can anybody tell me they've ever stopped a man and say they found condom in his pocket and he needs to prove to them why he has a condom in his pocket.
Or if you got doctor's
or
prescription
if you got
for the condom.
before the condom. So the issues are the self-righteous feeling that somebody just arrests you and says, kneel down, you have an iPhone. Who are you? How old are you that you have an iPhone? That for me is the real issue. Is that indignation? Is that fact that some people just feel we can disobey your human. You don't have any rights.
So it's easy for them to be moral police than criminal police.
Yes. Exactly.
Where it's easier for the easiest is the lowest hanging fruit. Let me just stop. Why are you wearing slippers?
Yes.
At least
You are
why are you wearing
wearing
weavon? Why are you wearing Brazilian?
We're all moral police in Nigeria.
Yeah,
Everybody has something to say. Everybody has a way to judge you. But your job is to do much more than that. Your job is such an important job that I find it really embarrassing for the police force that we find you involved in petty conversations like this. It's so embarrassing. We really would like for Frankenberg to have a conversation with us. Do you understand? Let us even hear what the police force does to police officers like this. What do they say to them? What sort of training do they give them? How do they explain to us how they got there in the first place? Because obviously these people are clueless.
But they will tell you that they train them. So over the months and weeks, we hear in the police, we hear in the papers that they are training, police colleges having this training and having that training. So now we need to ask the question, what is the content of the training that they are having? And if you say that the people who get into the police are the lowest in terms of intelligence and all of that, what can you do to get people who are worthy of that position to be in that position so that they can better prepare and protect us?
Let's go on a break. We'll come back and take some calls and tweets. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Minister for Enjoyment is what everyone calls me because I love to enjoy myself.
So creamy.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC Communications story.
At TVC TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3.
Hello, Chinyere.
Hello?
Yes, Chinyere, you're live. Go ahead, please.
Yes?
You're live. Go ahead.
Yes, I'm here. Yes, I'm here. Okay. I'm a first-time caller.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Okay. I'm really surprised about this issue, and I want this case to be handled. Like they should take it to court, and we really need to know what they are teaching these police in their so-called academy, because things can't go on like this.
Thanks, Chinyere. I think she's listening to the feedback. So yes, any more messages we have?
So
we have quite a number of
messages.
Yes. So Olutoye Emmanuel says, I want to believe there's more to that story that is still unknown. Brother, there's no more. In the first place, was it the pharmacy that reported her? No, they arrested the pharmacy woman here as well. And how does buying PT strip and contraceptives become a crime? Good question. Adedotu says, some years ago, my friend who was a banker was arrested and questioned how he got money to buy a bottle of Gouda. He was about 37 years then. Then I think Goodbit said, you are right, but I think it comes down to individuals. The bad ones spoiling the name of the police for everyone.
So we understand that definitely. As I said in my intro, I said it very clearly. We are privy to the information that the police are trying really hard to retrain and remodel the entire force. We understand that very clearly. But there are these little pockets of people who are totally, they are totally oblivious of the agenda of the police. So therefore, we're highlighting this story because we hope that Nigerian police can therefore see how important it is for them to ensure the training gets to every single state and every single chapter they have.
I also think it's a problem of mindset, especially for the police at the lower levels. So you hear the inspectors and all those people when they come and how they speak and how they sound. And you feel like, okay, these people have something upstairs. But then when you interface on the streets with those ones who are, I don't know their positions now, it's like a different mindset altogether. They do not have the mindset that they are there to protect you, that they are there to serve you, that they are your friends, that you can trust them. That's not the mindset we see on the streets. We see a totally different mindset of, I'm doing you a favor, I can do and undo, and nothing will happen to me. The question will now be, how do we begin to change their mindset? Is it just going to be through the trainings? Because I do not know the sort of trainings they have. Or are we going to be having, I don't know how this is going to happen, but there's something that's going to happen to change the mindset of the people to understand what their job is, first of all, which is to protect lives and properties, and protect people when you see them being, hurt or, worked against. You have a job and stick to that.
Chudi, are you there? Hello, Chudi.
Good morning.
Good morning. You're live. Go ahead, please.
Okay. I like the topic you are having this morning. Though I am a man, I am not a woman. Okay. But where I'm coming from is that, in Nigeria today, we don't have good laws or any law preventing a lady to do that. Abroad, in America, you can't just walk into a pharmacy and buy drug without doctor's prescription. That we know already. But in Nigeria today, you see, the police, our policemen have left their job and they are pursuing shadow. It's just like an adage in my place that says when a man that is farming is tired of farming, he will start pursuing chicken from the farm because it's Nigerian police are tired. They don't even know their job. And they are now leaving their job that is protecting the people, catching a woman's, somebody's purse. For what? What do they stand to gain? Because they don't know their job. That is, for me, they don't have a job. Because if you have a job as a policeman, you know your duty to protect life, to go after these criminals, get them arrested, and you are not doing that. Only
Thank you very much, Chudi.
touching a woman's back.
Thank you very much, Chudi. Mariam, aren't these police a reflection of who we are?
As
Don't
in-
we also harass people? Everybody. And once you feel you are bigger than somebody or either in any level, you begin to we harass every single. So we're just like them, and they're us.
Definitely. I mean, they are Nigerians. They come from Nigeria. They did not fall from heaven.
Point fingers now.
Yes, they're exactly who we are. They are us, we are them. But the thing is, that's why we have training colleges. That is why you would sit down here as a presenter and you know that there are some things you would not say here because of the MBC guidelines. Imagine if you just came here and you were just saying all sorts of things. People like, who trained her? Is she trained? Because we understand that when you get to some jobs, there's a code of conduct, there are things that you should do, there's a way you should carry yourself out. The problem for me, yes, for me, I put this problem on the architecture of the police force. I put it on the way it is being run. There's no way that you can say to me that there's a strata of police officers that speak well, that understand, and then the others. What are you saying? Did you not all rise up through the ranks with the rest of them? Why do you get special treatment and those ones don't get the same treatment as you? Teach them what you have learned. Train them just the way that you are. Because this person here one day is supposed to be commissioner of police, another,
tomorrow.
Yes, in a few years. And then he does not have the proper training. How then would he be able to lead the police force? So
we arrest everybody.
I have Abubakar from Misolo. Good morning, Abubakar.
Hello?
Good morning, you're live.
Hello, Moreno, good morning.
Morning, sir.
Please, I want to contribute to the police matter.
Please, go ahead.
Last year, that was November 18th. So I was preparing my daughter to get married. We went to Oyo State, somewhere in the Okeoko area to buy cow for my daughter's marriage. On our way coming from Oyo State, we saw many police, road safety on the road. They did not stop us and check anything until we get to Lagos here at Agege. Somewhere along at the end of the, what is it called, the Penn Cinema Bridge there, there's a police station, there's a Bond police station there. Along that road coming to Agege area here. I don't know the name of that area. There's a police checkpoint there in front of that police station. We are stopped by police sergeant. Say we should park, we park. He say we are carrying cow. Don't we know it's an offense to carry cow? He say are we in Nigeria? We don't know there's offense for us to carry cow in the car, in a pickup truck.
Cow.
Oh, cow.
Yeah,
Cow.
that's why they carry the cow.
I was there was more than 45 times with them.
Wait, let me get it. You carried a cow. You carried a cow in your car. Hello?
Yeah.
You carried a cow?
Like moo.
Yes.
Like
He
Malu.
went for his daughter's wedding. They were planning for his daughter's wedding.
Sergeant, are you in Nigeria?
You yourself, like you carry cow inside that car.
No.
Is it
I
a
don't
pickup?
understand.
Like a proper.
What are you telling us now? I will not transport a cow with vehicle. He said that the law banning it that we should not. I said, I'm not a fool. I'm carrying cow from one village to another. You don't need to stop us.
Abubakar, can you hear me? I want to be clear what you're saying. Hello, Abubakar. Yes.
Van.
When you carried the cow, was it in a pickup truck or in a car?
No, it's in pickup, a pickup
truck.
He said they carried it from all the states to Lagos. Nobody stopped them until they got to Lagos.
Okay, got you.
We're
All
not
right.
asking
Thank you,
how easy to
Abubakar.
buy a car.
I thought it was a cow in his car.
Why would he carry a cow in his car?
This is Nigeria. Anything can happen. We have to go.
No.
Thank you, Abubakar.
Because we are calling out the police today does not mean we will not see. We've seen Nigerians do a lot of
Nigerians carry mattress on Okada.
Yes.
Yes, now.
Oh,
yes, now.
But
Mattress.
you sit on an Okada and hold a heavy thing on your head.
So we have to wrap up. Let me tell you.
I want to just say that every institution is only as strong as its weakest link. Yeah. And until the leaders understand that no matter how big you are, how good you speak, how grandeur your plans are, your weakest link defines you. And that policeman that would arrest somebody for carrying a cow or arrest someone for holding contraceptive weakens the image of a reformed police, which brings us back to what is the most important thing for every human being. Dignity in yourself. That value for human life and dignity for human life, that you respect another human being, male or female, young or old, you treat them with respect as human beings. And until we are able to do that as a society, it will keep reflecting in that society, in this form or in other forms. We just need to go back to that place where we value human life.
Fantastic. Let me wrap up on that. You have any tweets? Hurry up. Yes.
Policemen inside, this is Cruise King, policemen inside bus, heavily kitted with guns, parked near my car. First opened my door and questioned me on why I was inside the car parked with my babe beside me. I was lost in thought for like 30 minutes. Even after they left, we'll get it right one day in this country.
Wow. Amen. All right, let's go on a break. When we come back, we'll pick another hot topic. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
I am... At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communication story.
Come closer. A little bit more. Perfect. I have exciting news for you. You asked for it and you got it. Your favorite breakfast show, Your View, will be going to 2 hours. We're going to have in-depth analysis of the newspaper review and more conversations on the hot topics. The ladies of Your View and I will be stirring up our guests to get an in-depth into all the various topics, and you, our viewers, will have the opportunity to call in and share your views. After all, it's your view. Join us on Your View, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for a fantastic conversation. Don't miss it. Thanks for staying with us. So another story really broke our hearts. Very, very painful story of a Nigerian lady who was arrested for brutalizing her house help in Akure. This woman stabbed this child. We don't even know what she used to stab her, but the boy had cuts all over him. Another story we took in the papers for somebody, and the reason why she stabbed him was because he stole meat from her pot. Another one, the lady allegedly stabbed, that's the same one that stabbed the husband. It's actually her husband's nephew. Anyway, there was another story about the one you took in the papers.
Yes.
I'm trying to remember the story.
Yes, so she stabbed her 80-year-old nephew, her husband's nephew, to death because he broke a mirror that they use in the house.
Right, so this one
in
was...
her own case.
So this one was the maid.
Yes.
The other one is a maid. Now, the reason why I'm highlighting this story, because we said it earlier, that the police are just a reflection of who we are. We are them, they are us. Yeah. Okay. Whatever you are accusing the police of is exactly what we human beings should do to our people. So this woman here stabbed her house help. I saw the video. We can't show it on TV. It is heartbreaking. There's no human being that will see that video and not break down. This little child was cut up, all his hands, his body, and his legs. Why? He stole meat. Because many of us have house helps. We took meat. Slap. Anyhow. All of us, we do it. Cruel-minded human beings. Who says it's because of poverty? Who says it's because of economic hardship? Who says it's because of Buhari? Who says it's because of Nigeria? What exactly is our problem? That is really the crux of our conversation. What exactly is our problem, BC?
A lot of us are mad, though. We're just wearing clothes. That's just the conclusion I came to. We are all mad people. Some people are still managing to wear clothes. But how do we find solution in the midst of the madness? How do you allow anger? Because it comes from a place of anger. When that anger is brewing and you haven't mastered the act of managing your anger and controlling your impulses when you're angry, and you feel like somebody is beneath you, I can do and undo with this person, because no matter how upset that woman gets at her boss, if she's working, she will never raise a finger. She will never raise a hand against her boss. She will not raise a hand against her pastor. She will not raise a hand against somebody in a place of authority who she thinks is better than her. So she carries that frustration of her life and puts it on any other person who she feels she's better than or she's bigger than. The child is not your problem. You are complaining that a child of 10 stole meat from the pot. I'm sure if you quiz that child, you will see that a few days will go and that child will not eat. Have you taken care of that child properly for you to give that sort of treatment? How dare you give that sort of treatment to another human being that you're supposed to be nurturing? You can see that everybody's mad. Everybody's mad. And the truth is, till we start dealing with these people who cannot control their madness. So because everybody is mad does not mean that everybody cannot control their madness. Some people have a way of putting it under reins. But for those who don't, till we start to give them back to back, these sort of things will not stop. I would like to see this lady, you know, repent and be punished for this act that she has carried out. Imagine if that's house help. And what are you even doing with a 10-year-old house help?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the main question.
So
yes.
It still ties to value of human life. It still ties to the fact that you respect the human being that is here. It still ties to the fact that we display our inability to control ourselves in different ways. So everybody has grace. That's the fact.
Everybody's
we
mad.
all have ability to disobey. We just need the rule of law to keep us in check. That's why we are civilized people, because we conform, we can obey the laws. But what makes people conform is when justice comes, when there is justice. So when there is no justice, people feel like nothing will get done, and then they can exhibit their craziness. We saw what happened January 6th last year in America, that even Oyibo people can go crazy. If there is no way to ensure justice is being served, as a child, one of my most traumatic experience was seeing somebody being burnt alive because he stole a bag. And they burnt with the bike. You know what we are doing? We are creating a society that takes laws into their hands, do not value human life. Somebody takes a phone, you put tire on someone's neck and burn the person alive. That is not a sign of someone that understands the value of human life. So we need to go back. What is breeding this level of rage and hate in our society? We need to go back and value human beings. We need to begin to treat ourselves as human beings. We need to care for each other so that we can start to walk back and dial back on this carnage that we see around us.
Because your initial thoughts also, I mean, I've heard from Chompa and BC, but your initial thoughts, because I would always go back to what I always said. Although Nima argues me, and I think she has a superior argument. But sometimes when you see things like this, you just feel as if due process is just too long sometimes. People like this kind of woman should not even go through any, for me, does not have to go through the four walls of the courts. This woman should be totally prosecuted and just totally blown off. That's my own thinking. But because you don't do this to a child, it's wickedness.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but the truth, we have to tell ourselves the truth, is that in Nigeria, we have a culture of violence and intimidation. It's the way we prove, it's the way we relate with each other. Even parents to children, colleagues at work, your police officers to the citizens, your politicians and your leaders to their people. That culture of I am bigger than you and so I can intimidate you. You will do exactly what I want of you to do, however I want of you to do it. And when you fall short or you don't do it, I will make sure through violence and intimidation, make sure that you do it. And that is why I feel Nima's argument is still superior. Because to do what you're asking is to fall right within this culture of violence and intimidation. If she understood process, if she understood consequences, if she knew that there was the arm of the law at the end of this her actions, she would take her time to bring up that child properly, correct him in love, correct him properly, so that she does not get in trouble and harm another child.
I get you.
So, I understand you, because there was a video one time that went viral of this radio man who they had brought to him someone who had maltreated the child. And his first instinct was to slap. You know what? Even though it was wrong, there was a part of me that was happy he did that. Like, yes! Because look at the face of this woman that did this. Yeah. We could see the look on her face, like, what can you do? Yes, I've done it. What can you do? That child deserved what he got, is what she was feeling.
I agree with you, and I'll always succumb to that argument, no doubt. But that doesn't mean that I will not say my own. But mean that, because people like Lee Kuan Yew, at some point, we have to say, you know what? We're not going to. We have to have that heart of iron. So you know what? Some things you have to look the other way.
But the law speed up the process of justice.
Yes, we speed it up. We don't start. If we speed it up, we won't even have enough prisons.
Yeah, that's it.
So there's a lot of factors.
No, but I know, but there are different kinds of punishment. Yes. You don't have to put them in prison.
Yes. I want to bring it out.
Let's have farm some.
I want to bring it out.
Go to your cashew farm. Let us do some.
I want to bring in our guest, because our guest is a young person, and we've lamented since the beginning of the show. We've been lamenting police.
It is Lamentation Monday.
Lamentation Monday. So hopefully we'll find solution. This man can help us out, because we need leaders. We need people to get involved. 2023 is around the corner. Yes, we can't continue to complain about the problem. We need somebody who can direct us. So maybe we can have a conversation around what exactly is the way forward for this nation. Stay with us. We'll be
right back. Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move weigh in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be. Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move weigh in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bali, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey as we plan to add...
Mariam used the word intimidation. We have that culture of intimidation. The police is breaking apart, especially. They're trying so hard from the top level, but it seems at the ground level, nothing is being done. Nigerians are generally frustrated with this process. As a young person and looking towards 2023, what do you think we need to begin to do to change this thing? Is it a mental change or is it a democratic change that we need?
I think we're supposed to have what is called mindset adjustment first. I think we have issue with the way we think, and it's carried into the leadership structure. So if we really want to get this frustration out of us, first we have to think, and we have that's the name of the we together. We have to come together and believe in something. And then it's not that all of us have to agree, but some section of us has to agree that this is the kind of Nigeria we want to build. But if you go back to our founding fathers, you understand what they said to us. When Tabawa Balewa went to United Nations, he said they are coming to take Nigeria to become independent for the reason purposely to make Africa great. So they are not after just making Nigeria great, but they want to build a system that brings the whole. That's the worldview that we have before in the 1960s. And out of that worldview, he recognized that what we have is the number. We have more numbers than any other country in Africa. And we have the diversity and the resources more than any other person. So all the other African countries believe that if Nigeria can get it right, and we can get what we want to do because of what we are exporting to the world, we have already seen it. If we can get the leadership right, all the African countries will come together, and then we can have a nation and a prosperous Africa. And that prosperous Africa will give the whole world that view that we want to give. So in We Together, what we decided is that we have to now walk back and see what actually is the problem. We realized that, and we formed this organization just for one purpose, and she got it very right, that the life of Nigeria does not matter. We have to increase the value and the level of life first for us to understand where we want to go to. For example, you build roads because you want to protect life. All those big roads you see in the US and everything, they build those because they want to protect a life. That's why they have safety system. They don't want potholes because they don't want one person to die. And we just saw it in Morocco. Just one person fall into a ditch. But the whole country became agog. But now you are just telling a story of a woman that even stabbed somebody and nothing is going to happen. So we come to television, we just, everybody will rant and everything will go.
That's it.
But we see we have to do the recruitment system. I have to get the recruitment system first.
So now, okay, go ahead, Mara, please.
Yes, you know, I hear this change of mindset, and I'm always asking, how does that happen? For how long before you start to see the impact of this change in mindset?
Okay, what we intend to do is that we do what is called, we use a formula, which is a simple formula. We call it 9 by 5 by 5 formula. 9 of us come together, sit down, and now believe in what we want to do and get a code of conduct for ourselves, and also a principles and guiding principle of what we're supposed to do, 9 of us only. If we agree on this is what we want to do in the next 20 years, in the next 50 years, then we need to have friends that we can convince on what we are trying to do. So we see each one of us should bring five people that think like him. Not just 5 people, but somebody that can at least donate 1 million naira to that movement that we want to do. 5 of us. So that's mean 9 of us plus the 5 are going to be 54. So that's mean any program, if we put 1 million naira at the end of the month, all of us are going to make 54 million. So that 54 million will give us that energy to start now doing all the advocacy and the system and all go into the media houses and things that we want to do. So that 54 of us will now bring 5. They will make us.
So you're trickling it down.
Yeah, we tell them before you bring those next 5, you have to bring people that think like you. Or you convince to start seeing the Nigeria, because we have to create a citizen to create a country. You can't build a country without citizens, and those citizens have to have a clear mind where they're supposed to take themselves. So that 54 of us now bring 55. We now become 270. But because WhatsApp can only take us to 258. So we break,
to like
so we now break to this level that all of us will now go to their zonal, regional, that's south, east, southwest. Then we compose that 9 people again at that level.
Okay.
And that 9 people now go. So what I'm just trying to answer her is that if we go that level, that means we are going to reach to the ward level, which is 8,809 wards. And with 270 of us, that means we are going to have 2.3 million people that can at least give 1,000 naira. So now we have a structure, and now we have the funding. Now it's for us to now go into the system and see. That's why we say we together. We are not partisan. We are just trying to see. You can belong to any party, but come and join us so that we can have that social contract between.
I hear you, and I sense a distillation of information and a leadership structure.
Yes.
So because I'm in a leadership mentoring group where every day we are reminded about how important it is for us to have a circle of influence of people that trust and believe you, that you can convince to believe an ideology, because ideologies are being moved around, and then we must be deliberate about pushing it. But the question I'm asking, I'm wondering is, as individuals, can we create this system? Can we create this new way of thinking, this new structure within an already existing structure? Like Nigeria has a government, and the government, it would have been easier if we can just get the right person in leadership and that person will now start trickling it down. But is it possible to have a parallel structure within this government that will not threaten the government on ground in a way that will not start, things might go wrong?
Actually, we did a very nice stories, and we've been in existence for almost two years. It's just, you are just hearing us. So we have done our work on the background, and we have talked to all the agencies. Before we start, what we did is that we wrote our small manifesto on what we want to do, and we wrote it. And after we wrote it and sent it to all the agencies, relevant agencies that are supposed to do that. This is who we are, and this is our intention. We send it to embassies, so the embassies nobody can go and now replicate what is not us. That's why even when I come and say we have our website, so somebody can go to our website and see. So we now go through those things, so that's what I understand. Then we get the feedback. Then we get alliance. Then we now start to say, okay, let's move up. We just launched on Friday. Why we launched on Friday is that we wanted to sit down and make sure that we put this thing perfectly for it to reach for this 2023 that we want.
All right, some things are usually just great on paper sometimes. It's really nice, fluffy ideas, which are great. I mean, if it works out perfectly,
it's
trust
good
me,
for us,
we'll be happy because everybody's talking about these nice machineries, because political machinery, it's really nice, but it's always not as easy as it is. But go ahead.
It is, yes. So I wanted to ask a question, because as human beings, when something is about to start, there's usually this excitement, and somehow we tend to forget who we really are. But when we finally get a hold of the power, who we really are that we forgot comes to bear, and we see it. Yes. What is the guarantee that even though it seems like a different ideology, that the interest of the people will not still play out at the end of the day like we have today? Because I'm sure when you are vying for a particular position, you are thinking, okay, I will do this, I'll do that. But when you get to that seat, you realize that when they table everything down, you are picking your interests first. We still feel we are from so and so place before we are Nigerians. What's the guarantee that we'll not come back to square one?
What we said, if you want to join us purposely, if you really want to join our movement, is that we are Nigerians. We don't have a tribe. We are not going to do anything about our religion. We are all from all regions. We are going to respect everything. No state of origin. No state of origin. What we want to do is that we want to see it clearly how it is. We are humans and we are Nigerians first. Because I always tell them, even if you are the best imam in Nigeria here, and you go to Saudi Arabia and you want to go and perform Hajj, the first thing they will ask you, where is your passport and which country are you coming from? So if you don't have you have the identity of being a Muslim, but that identity is not enough. You have to have a country, even if you go. So that nation that we have seen is the gift from God. And we are not saying it because we thought that even if you are not Gote today, that green passport will affect his business. So what we are saying is that we have to fix the nation first, and we have to inculcate in our youth. And the younger ones that are coming, 15 years, 14 years, that's our target. Our own is just to make the platform. So we are not interested in us being there. What we are saying that we want to create a platform. What we want to do in our platform is straighten. We are mobilizing people. We have a structure for our leadership. Then we have the aspirants. Aspirants can come from any party. But what we want to do is that we want to have a social contract with you. We want to know that, did you even understand the problem of this country? Why are you going there? Do you know what budget is all about? Do you know what is legislation? Do you know people that you're supposed to work with? Do you know what the commissioners are?
Right. I think I'm getting it right now. So, so your platform will help us to sift through all this and bring out that person who will say, okay, this guy
we can
is verified. He's verified.
Yeah, he's verified, and also on his poster we said it's powered by We Together. That's number one. Number two, for example, if you want to be a president, just paying people at the ward level, it will cost you almost 12 to 15 billion naira for you to get an agent that will now report election for you. So us giving you our own people to do it for you, we have already cut the cost for you for 12 billion naira. That's number one. Number two, we are going to do crowdfunding to generate money, so that at least what we want to do is that we want good people into government, and we want to remove three things from the system of politics: good pararism, money politics, and thuggery. If we can move this 2023 to see how far can we suck this thing, and also how can we suck the hate out of the system and create people that like me, because we have values. On our values, we talk about the love, we talk about empathy, we talk about respect. You understand? Yeah, we have to. We have to.
So I have to ask, this is Nigeria.
Yes.
Is this constant argument about being from the south or being from the north? To the point that, you know, the hate that you're talking about, and we're about to get into another election, where usually that's when you hear it.
That's when they
what would you be doing or saying differently that would convince a Nigerian to think differently from how we've always thought that we are against each other?
We have our videos. They will soon be, you start playing them here on TVC. We have, we do a lot of things. We do a lot of research. We bring doctors. We bring people from the Europe and then from the US to sit down with us, look at what we have, behavioral change, behavioral scientists, everything. We know we have them, and everybody is not happy.
Are there like one or two things you say? Just that a Nigerian will listening to you today will hear and say, oh, okay.
Yeah, what we're telling them is that nobody will change the system for. That's why the slogan is, let's do it ourselves. Yes, no single person, no any idea can come and change us. We will do it ourselves. And then why we said let's do it ourselves as our slogan is that don't come to us and think that you are just going to have somebody that is going to assist you and push you to where you want to go to.
So you have to push yourself. Southeastern aspirant can trust to come to you.
Maybe you didn't watch our unveiling in Kano. You will see all the Igbo guys, you see the Yoruba guys, you see everything working together with us.
Continue our conversation. Stay with us with Brett.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
This Valentine, the ladies of Your View and I will be having a Valentine Love Boat Cruise. There'll be delicious cuisine, lots of games, live music, and entertainment. Hey, what's a Valentine Boat Cruise without our fans? You can join the fun on this Love Boat Cruise by buying your tickets. It's $100,000 for a couple.
For reservations and ticket bookings, please call 0813-859-0726.
We can't wait to have you. See you there.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communications story.
Come closer. A little bit more. Perfect. I have exciting news for you. You asked for it and you got it. Your favorite breakfast show, Your View, will be going to 2 hours. We're going to have in-depth analysis of the newspaper review and more conversations on the hot topics. The ladies of Your View and I will be stirring up our guests to get an in-depth into all the various topics, and you, our viewers, will have the opportunity to call in and share your views. After all, it's your view. Join us on Your View, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for a fantastic conversation. Don't miss it.
How we're doing, guys? Is the makeup in progress? Makeup.
Check.
Are the scripts on the prompter? Script.
Check.
Are we set in the VCR? All Tim in place? VCR.
Thanks for staying with us. So we're still discussing 2023, young people, how we get involved. I was at Pastor Itwa's church on Sunday at Trinity House. And while the media was up, part of the announcement was that please get your PVC. This is the website. Follow the link, get your PVC. And I'm thinking, that's refreshing. I would like for every church, every mosque to have it doing the announcement to remind Nigerians, this is the link for your PVC. Go and get your PVC. So what are we doing to ensure that more young people are getting their PVC? Because at the end of the day, listen, it's all about the numbers. So we need to be able to record more people who have the PVC to vote in 2023. What are you doing to ensure that? What do you think about that?
The first thing we do, maybe because we are up on the north, a lot of people are not allowing their women to go and get the PVC. So we recruited women, then the women from the We Together, then we arm them with they will go into their houses and do a pre-registration for them, and then get a date for the capture. Then we'll bring a bus. They will take them in the bus with their dignity, and we'll even give them food when they go there so that they can do their registration and come back. So we get young men that now goes to the traditional councils leaders and also talk to them on the initiative that we want to do. And also maybe during rainy season, we try to see how we are going to help them to repair some of their roofs that are now sinking, just to show them that you have to create that leadership. But we don't work with you in your area unless you have that We Together movement in your own area that you created, so that we work with you, so that the leadership will reside on you, not coming to us. So that at least when they want to do something, they have somebody very close to them that they can now relate to and understand. Because at the grassroots, all of us are going back to work at the ward level. So it's only what that We Together is going to exist. Any other platform at the top is just for the managed leadership and the discussion, but everybody is going to work. Because if we give people to be closer, they will not be thinking that the Buhari is the problem. They will not think that the governor is the problem. But let people start seeing the problem, because what we understand and We Together is that if we want to change the country, is the smallest unit, we are going to attack the smallest unit of the society, which is a family. So we have to see how we are going to protect women, how we are going to protect children, and how we are going to protect everything. If we start from there, we have a house that is safe, the inheritance system is well working, then we can start. Then we start to talk about the people within the community, then within the schools. What are we going to put into that community school in that particular environment that we have to do? And also for the leaders, we are all telling them, all those that abandon those LEAs and public schools, we are going to make a website for all the schools for free. And then we are going to put all the alumni of that school so that we can shame them, so that they can see, this is what makes you who you are today. How can you just abandon it and just go in front and just go away? So we start to bring it here.
It's YouTube fan, Emmanuel Melchizedek, and he says, where does your ideology and philosophy and concept of leadership come from? What are those things that you're holding on that drives you?
First, I'm a believer of God. I so much believe that in everything you do in life, there is a calling. God chooses you to do something. If you see you have a gift, your gift is just for you to assist other people. It's not for you. You don't have a dime because God wants you to have a dime. You don't come to do this show because you are the best people, best female girls in Nigeria. But there is something that God wants you to do for him and do for these people. So if you have that idea and it's kind of resonating in you, then anything will fall in place for you. And then you keep on doing what you're supposed to do and then give the credit to God Almighty, and then you feel fulfilled in your life.
I like that.
See, I love where you're going to. I love the principles that back up what we together is, because definitely we need this platform. All of us can speak English, but until we're able to scale down and take out the hate and drive the right ideology. However, I think it's pretty ambitious to be planning towards 2023 because I know that the system is already, like there's a lot of, the movement has started. And I think it might be more realistic to set people's expectation to think long term.
Yeah, it's a long term. It's a long term.
to think long term.
Yeah.
And while I ask, somebody online was saying, oh, I don't have 1 million to join. And I want you to break down the funding structure and what systems you have put in place to, because we are used to systems being faulty and corruption filling the system. So what system have you done to check that corruption?
If you go to our website and register now, you get your way to get an ID. We are going to work with you because of it. And way to get an ID, have a referral. Somebody refer you to. So you have to, if you don't have, we have a referral on the website. So that means we are going to deal with you that nobody brings you, bring yourself. So you have to now prove yourself. But if somebody refer you, then if we want to do anything with you, then we ask the person that referred you based on what we want to do with you. But the payment system is that you are not going to be at the leadership when we are doing the structure not to pay 1 million. There is going to be a level at the ward level where you can just pay 1,000 naira for you to join. So
monthly?
Monthly. Okay. Because what we do is that if we reach the ward level, we are already 8,809 wards. If we have 270, we have going to have 2.3 million people. With 2.3 million people doing 1 billion naira, then every month we will be doing 2.3 billion naira. But what we do is that we're on our website, we are going to put a dashboard where even if you transfer money now instantly, then you'll see your alert on it. And when we deduct anything cover for anything we want to do, you will still receive because you are part of those people that we have already decided. You have your email, you have your word, so you know exactly what you are doing. And you can ask questions. We make everything transparent, and you know where we are doing the work.
Right.
So
accountability purposes.
Very important. If you see, it's part of our values, accountability, and also to be very open. That's what we choose to do. If we, and when I come back to what she's saying is that on our document we have a 10-year plan that we want to do. 2023 is just where we want to do, because no matter what we have to do the apprentice, we have to try and see what is the errors. So because that one we're supposed to now put off a new way of seeing it, what we're going to take carry over to 2027. So we can't leave the 2023. We have to actively participate, see what we can do. But what we've assured Nigerians is that we are going to make sure that we sit with these guys and also make sure that we hold them responsible. So, for example, I can bring somebody, if you say he's a candidate, and come to our platform. We have a general assembly we used to do every Wednesday at 8 p.m. So if you now bring him, for example, we want to say, come with your aids and come with your laptop, and this one, you can take Wala. So the questions we are going to ask you can open anything and ask. For example, we asked you issue of how many people died in Zamfara last month. So your aids and everybody can tell you. But what we want is that to hold you responsible, that you know that things are happening. So when you cannot do something, we tell you, but when we are having a meeting with us, before somebody will come and tell us he wants to be the next president. Immediately we put him, the first thing he will ask us is that we know that the last government has taken more loan that he cannot do anything. But you know there is loan, then why did you come? So you don't have to come, you don't have the, what do you have? If you know, because
come with problems.
Come to some of the solutions. Yes, that's what we're just thinking.
Interesting. I mean, we're wishing you the best. I mean, we're happy that you to set this up, because as I said, we need that new platform where Nigerians can actually build, and is built organically. So thank you very much for sharing with us, and we wish you the best.
Thank you.
Let's go on the break. When we come back, move on to other things. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
This Valentine, the ladies of your view and I will be having a Valentine Love Boat Cruise. There'll be delicious cuisine, lots of games, live music, and entertainment. Hey, what's a Valentine Boat Cruise without our fans? You can join the fun on this Love Boat Cruise by buying your tickets. It's $100,000 for a couple.
For reservations and ticket bookings, please call 0813-859-0726.
We can't wait to have you. See you there. Being a TV host, I can tell you that being a parent is one of the biggest reality shows you will ever produce. Bye. Oh, yeah. As cute as they can be, even you need to take a break to take care of some of the other realities of life. And that's why the TVC Staff Crash was put together to help parents just like me get those professional childcare services that they need. Come on, let's go. Let's go. The TVC Staff Crash Baby Lounge team of professionals are here to help take a load off your mind. The TVC Staff Crash is a nursing mom support system, a toddler's safe haven, and a young learner's academy throughout the year. It's comfortable, convenient, and with competitive pricing for the modern parent. So, while they learn through play, you can go about getting your pay. The TVC Staff Crash, open to the public from 7 a.m. till 6 p.m.
Thanks for staying with us. So, I mean, today, as I said, has been a day of lamentation. We're still going to talk about this woman who stabbed her help. I mean, it's a focus we're going to talk about another day, where we're going to bring in various stakeholders within this, because we have to be able to prosecute people who hurt underage people. In fact, hurt anybody. Yeah. But it's more pathetic when you have a child working in your house, an underage child. We really need to highlight this issue, and it's also, I mean, it was such a painful story, and I'd like you guys to wrap up on it before we go to remind our viewers about our plans for the weekend. But this issue of the child that was stabbed by this woman is so pathetic, and I would like you to just round up saying a few words to women who find themselves in this situation, and family members who have to give their children up as helps. What should they do to monitor these children in these places?
So, you know, we've said have the number of children that you can cater for so that you don't have to start shipping them out if anything happens. And we know life can happen. You can lose everything you have. But if you have a limited number of children that you can run with, it's easier. Number two, you have no business getting an underaged child to be your house help. We need to stop it. We need to frown at this. This is not acceptable anymore. We have seen how it goes. Not everybody is patient enough to handle other people's children. We have seen that. You are struggling to handle your own. And now you have somebody who's not connected by blood, who you are not seeing as your blood. It's very difficult. So let's avoid it. When we see people who are having underage children, we should call them out as house helps. We are not taking this anymore as Nigerians. Right. Then secondly, I think everybody needs to start managing how they react when they are angry. Anger will come. But even the scripture says, let the sun not set on your anger. People will irritate you. It's natural. But can you calm down, close your eyes, sit still when you're angry, and take a deep breath for a few minutes before you react?
Right.
Maybe that way we can start avoiding some of these
For
things.
your final words on this.
I'll start by saying that we all have a responsibility. We can't control the fact that we will need help in Nigeria, but we have a responsibility to contain ourselves. We have a responsibility to respect ourselves and respect every human being we come in contact with. This lady is doing this to a minor that is 10-year-old. Some people do it to their security men. Yeah. Some people do it to even their own children. So I'll say that corporal punishment is wrong. There is no justification for you to raise arms, ammunition, knife, mirror, bottle, biro against any human being. We must find a way as human beings to relate with and discuss our disagreements and verbally express our anger and verbally explain ourselves to find a legitimate legal solution to every problem. Okay. Don't take arms into your hand. Right. If you catch a thief, don't throw tire on the thief's neck. Yeah. If somebody is stealing inside your house, don't say you want to do justice by yourself. Let's follow the system. Right. Okay.
Mariam, final words.
Yes, so they have both spoken very well. And for me is that many times we do this because we don't realize, we don't know any better. And I'm hoping that more people are listening now and learning that there's a different way to deal with stress, to deal with conflict. And for a woman who finds herself under taking care of kids, or relatives have brought children to her because they feel that she can give them some sort of help, I think please listen properly. When you feel any form of anger or you think you're being overwhelmed, take yourself out of that situation and calm down. There's nothing wrong with talking to someone who's younger, a child. They understand you and they get it better. I know we've been raised on this culture of you slap the child, you hit the child, you punish the child, but there's a different way to get the best out of children. There's a different way to get the best out of conflict. Conversations help. Teaching by example. You want your child to get up in the morning and clean the place. You get up in the morning, clean the place. Over a period of time, your child will do the same.
Yeah. So that's also, for me, let's just stop being judge and jury on issues. Domestic issues happen all the time. I mean, some of us, even aside from the underage, I know you've talked about underage, but even house helps steal. Yeah. But you do a video, record them, their faces. These are things you report to the police. I mean, as much as you think it's a good thing that I'm recording this culprit, but the right thing is to report that child to the police, not put a video of the person. And then, I mean, for me, it's still that thing of infringing on people's rights. It's wrong, because this is a one-sided allegation. Yeah. So the child hasn't been to court. So please, let's stop it. All right, before we run off the show, we have to remind our friends and our fans about our Valentine's Day cruise, boat cruise this weekend. Would really like you to join us, ladies of your view, and I will be there this Saturday to celebrate Valentine's Day on Saturday. Please come in. I think couples, I think there's a phone number to call to get the details. Maybe tomorrow we'll have the full details. But it's an evening with the ladies of your view. We would love to see you. Tickets are selling out really fast. It's this Saturday we're meeting at I think in Ikoyi. Yes, at the Falamo dockyard. Yes. We're going to be there to aboard the boat and then have a fun time. There'll be lots of games, entertainment, dance, music, food, karaoke, good food.
I'll be dancing.
Karaoke. I will have some ladies of your view conversations. Some really nice intimate. In fact, BC will make you host because those are Valentine conversations. You are the one that can bring out all the Valentine.
I'm giving my life to Christ.
I think there are many people watching now. Just use this opportunity to tell your spouse, that I know you would watch the show. I know a lot of men, they'll say, my wife likes the show. This is the time to show your wife that likes the show you love your wife.
Have you noticed that nobody ever admits they watch our show?
They say, my wife likes the show. My mommy likes the show.
Husband,
bring your mommy to watch, to join us on Valentine's Day.
Very few people say, I watch the show. They always tell you, is that my husband? You see the husband says, my wife. You see the father says, my wife.
So you guys really want Valentine conversation?
Yes.
I'm down for it.
Oh, yeah. So BC will be there, to start up and elicit some conversation, on Valentine matters, Have a fabulous day. We'll see you tomorrow. Now you work with that.